I guess on my hair, she look all right, and with that actually sitting there like this creams, and I had to have them, sis. All 5 of them. Here, I just had, we're gonna discontinue it, but I had to pick up their book of shadows, honey. Color grade makes cheap fan, expensive breeze, good times. Wow, so serious. Alright, I think we are recording. It has been a minute, so let's get into it. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Torrence, and I'm here to tell you all it's been a minute. I'm looking down at my phone right now. It is saying the last video I posted, which I'll leave right here, was my House of L tutorial, which was June 28th. Right now it is August 8th. It is about 10:20 in the morning. I am doing my morning skincare. That's why I am looking, to me, I'm looking greasy. You all may feel as if I look glowy, but I have my lip oil on, moisturizers, everything, serums and stuff are soaking in. I usually like to give this about a good 10-15 minutes to soak in before I put my sunscreen on. It is summer in Michigan. It is hot, and today on the 8th, it is a very high chance of it raining all day. So I'm like, got to make sure I let things soak in really good because I don't want to step outside into that humidity, get to sweating and things like that. But today's video, as you can see, honey, hair is looking different. I'm rocking my natural hair, like no weave added. My long braids are gone, honey. I literally could not afford to keep those going right now. And basically what this video is going to be about is just an update on what's been going on since I've been gone, because you all know it's not like me to just disappear that long. But it comes down to a mixture of, once again, issues with the insurance company. That seems to always be my biggest issue besides my injury. The other one is, if you all check out this video right here where I talked about basically, we're gonna say, becoming an adult. That whole situation is done, sis. Ooh, that's a whole nother story, but we're gonna get into all of that today. I want to see, what can I start off with? First off, the insurance company. Basically, as you all know, I injured my leg last year in May, and it was like a 3-part injury, both bones in the leg and the ankle. And although the leg healed properly, the ankle has not, and the doctors, surgeons, everyone agrees that the only way things are going to get better is with another surgery. And that's just something I'm sitting back looking at like, my body ain't even healed from the first 2 yet, and y'all already talk about going in and doing number 3, possibly number 4. Yeah, we're gonna have to sit back and give our body a little time on that, honey. I'm not interested in hearing that right now. And I'm off on workman's comp, but sometimes I'll go back to work if, let's say, I really feel as if I'm up to the job. I'll try to go back, but my body always lets me know that ain't gonna work. Go back home. But on this last one, it just seems like something was weird. First, they switched my worker, which honestly I am happy for, because my first work, I kept telling you all, it seems like either he had something against me or something against his job. But every time it was time to communicate with him or get something done, it just seems like there was either an attitude or there was just difficulty with getting the simplest of things done. Now that I got me a new worker, everything at first seemed to go so smooth. She, you know, okay, you just have to send over this form and then we can do this. And, you know, I'm the type of person where I understand this is evolving around my income, my insurance, my benefits, things like that. So I try to get you your paperwork filled out the day I can. If you fax me something at 8, I'm trying to have it back to you by noon if I can get to that doctor in time. So there's never no last minute sending you this. The very first chance I can get it done, I do so. And so it felt weird to me when I realized I would go to the pharmacy to get a prescription filled, and they wouldn't fill it because they would say my insurance isn't active. But I'm like, I know I've seen the amount taken out. My benefits are up to date. I can go online and check. I'm on auto pay. So even if my job doesn't take it out my check, they have my account number on file where they can take it out my personal account. So I'm never behind. And that was one thing. And then I received a letter in the mail for a hospital bill. And I'm like, The only times I've had to be to the hospital in the past year since I broke my leg was all injuries related to my leg, and I went to that specific hospital to see that specific doctor. Everything should be covered by workman's comp. There's no reason why I should be getting a personal bill saying this is your part of it. I'm looking at that, then I notice, wait, when is the last time you got paid? All of this started to count up and add up, and I'm like, okay, something is wrong on the insurance company end, because when I call and ask you, is everything okay? You all tell me yes, but when I try to go use my benefits, everybody's saying nothing's in the system for me. That's not gonna work, sis. I need my money, I need my benefits, I need everything to be lined up. Well, after many weeks of phone calls and things like that, I still don't know exactly what, I just got a notification on my laptop. I'm still not sure exactly everything that's gone wrong, but part of the things that I know that went wrong was they had my information in the system wrong, which I'm like, I don't know how I was right all last year, all the first half of this year, and suddenly it's wrong when I get a new worker, but okay. One of the things I was told was that instead of having my actual injury date in the system as my injury date, they had the day that I had my first surgery, which was the day after. I broke my leg on the 20th. When I got to the hospital, there were literally 6 or 7 other people ahead of me who all had broken legs as well. Many of them had bones sticking out of the skin, which was considered a much more severe case than mine. One, they got there before me. 2, their case is much more severe than mine. So, of course, the doctor is going to handle them first. So even though I got to the hospital on the 20th, I didn't get my first surgery till the 21st, and somehow that's what they had. And I'm like, okay, well, that has to be a mix-up, because I promise you, I got injured on the 20th. My text messages prove that. My phone records from, family, friends calling them, letting them know I was headed to the hospital. My records all say that. I don't know why yours is different. Somehow they fixed that, and once they fixed that, it fixed I believe my prescriptions, because I was finally able to get my pain meds back, and that was another thing. During that time, pain skyrocketed, because when you aren't able to, 1, be paid, and 2, not be able to cover physical therapy out of pocket, you can't go. So legs swole back up, pain levels rose back up, and I don't know about you all, but pain meds that you need a prescription for are expensive. I had no idea. But I managed to get those back, but I'm still stuck with this bill, still stuck with the fact that I'm not being paid. So things like 4th of July, which I do have a video coming up for. I did celebrate 4th of July, but I really wasn't in the best of moods, because everybody wants to, watch the fireworks, go out with the barbecue, things like that, spend a good time. Most people like to get them a new outfit and, stunt, look good for the holidays. I was sitting back, although I did technically look good because I did my makeup, I was feeling bad because I was thinking about my situation instead of actually enjoying the time with my family and friends. And so I'm sitting back like, okay, they have to fix this. They got to come up with something. And eventually, as far as I've been told as of right now, everything has been sorted out. But of course, with insurance companies, you don't just submit something today and then all of a sudden it's in the system, it's available, it's ready. Many things go through billing processes where you have to wait sometimes 2-3 billing processes for things to update. So although I'm technically no longer receiving bills from the hospital, I still have a bill that I received in the mail that they still have it processed as, oh, we billed the wrong insurance company, because that's what I found out about that as well. They billed my personal insurance instead of billing the workman's comp, which is why I received a copay payment. And I'm like, oh no, y'all gonna fix that. What we not gonna do is have my insurance company believing I'm going to the hospital for one thing and charging another thing. That could be considered as insurance fraud on my end, and I can lose all my benefits and be sued. Y'all gonna fix that, sis. I'm not gonna pay this and wait to be reimbursed on it. No, I don't care. If I'm gonna call them and tell them what happened. So y'all need to get on the phone and call them and tell them y'all sad because y'all nurse put the wrong information in, billed the wrong thing, and now I'm expected to fix this to come out of pocket. No, I don't pay for this. Workman's comp pays 100% of that. This was their injury, honey. I don't have no money to give, so I'm not gonna give it. And if I did, I still wasn't gonna give it because it wasn't my mistake or my bill. So because I'm waiting on everything, one insurance company got to contact that one, let them know, oh yeah, okay, we'll pay you back first. Okay, now we'll build that company. So I'm going to be sitting here holding this bill because I'm not paying crap. And it's going to take a while for them to get all of that together. But they told me my physical therapy is back up and running. So I will be going today. And I'm still looking at my skin like, okay, that moisturizer is slightly starting to soak in, baby. Yes, come through for the girls. And I'm still looking like, you see that little one red mark? It's not a bruise or anything. It's just that mark has always been there my entire life. That right there is exactly the reason why I'm not a big fan of red or orange eyeshadows. Just because I see that there, and it always scares me to think that that looks like irritation or a bruise or something, and I'm just making it look even bigger. So if you ever wondered why I'm not the biggest fan of orange or red eyeshadow, a mixture of that, and back in the day when I used to wear bronzer, I did too much and I always looked orange. Off subject, but that's gonna be good for y'all to know because I got an orange video coming up later on in the week, but I explain that later on in the week. Get off subject. Speaking of videos coming later on in the week, what was I gonna say? 4th of July, I did my makeup. That video will be up on Tuesday. Today is Monday. I'm gonna try to post this video today on Monday. I'm just gonna make this an uncut. I'm not gonna try to do nothing but put an intro, an exit on it, upload, get this up tonight. The palette that I used for 4th of July is sitting over here, but what really shook me, what really had me in my feelings is over the time that I've been gone, 2 good things have happened. One, my friends came through, showed a whole lot of love for me and supported me because you all know I've been on a no bite recently. And I am going to be doing a tutorial with this palette here. The Michaela Part 2, honey. The Michaela Glamlite Part 2 came through. My girl Janessa J bought this palette for me and I am just so happy because I wanted it, but I knew for sure I did not have the money to put toward it. And not only did she give me the palette, which is right here, honey, look at her. Y'all know greens are my favorite, so to see that packaging with the green sparkles coming through, like, yes, but look on the inside of this girl. Look at her. I mean, toss that plastic. Look at this. Look at those greens. Look at those purples, honey. You know, greens are my favorites, and she's looking stunning. So I will have a tutorial up on this. I'm gonna probably make this Saturday's video. And the reason why I'm gonna do this for Saturday is because I realized, Torrence, you've been gifted Part 2. You need to go ahead and do a tutorial on that. But you all know I hauled Part 1 and never used Part 1. And I know because both palettes are still available, people are gonna ask me, which one do you prefer? What is your opinion on the first one compared to the second one? Are they the same formula, things like that? And so I'm like, Torrence, you got to go ahead and finally pull out Part 1 and use that. Because she is colorful and beautiful. And the thing is, I have a video coming up because you all know I love to do my purple videos every month for Miss, oh, you know it is early in the morning. I can't believe I can't remember her name right now. That lets you know how early it is. Miss Lorraine Johnson Coleman. I'm like, I wanted to say her whole name. I knew it was Miss Lorraine, but Miss Lorraine Johnson Coleman, I always do my purple videos for her. Instead of doing a purple look with this, she's done a new challenge this month where you use 2 colors that you absolutely do not like. And you challenge yourself to do a look with that. And to me, I'm like, Torrence, oranges and blues, they are not for me. And when I sit back and I look and I see these oranges in this row, I see these blues down here and here, I'm like, Torrence, this is a way of supporting a friend and getting Part 1 done. This is a way of thanking a friend and getting Part 2 done. Testing out Glamlite on your channel because you got a bunch of Glamlite palettes you never use. I said, huh? We got an idea right there. So baby, those are going to be the videos for the week. Remember, Tuesday will be my 4th of July look that I wore. I can go ahead and tell y'all, it's Juvia's place. It ain't no secret. So that'll be the Culture palette that I have over there. Thursday and Saturday will be the Glamlite palettes for this week. I have many other ideas coming up for next week's videos. I haven't been wearing makeup that much because, as you can see, my brushes are sitting here nice and clean, just waiting to be used and abused. But I washed them, put it to the side, and haven't touched them again. My beauty blender that I told y'all was ready to fall apart, I finally just cut them apart because I'm like, I got tired. Every time I touched it, it was just crumbling on the tip. But the bottom half has barely ever been used, and I'm like, she could be still used to apply foundation just because the tip where you use your concealer is done for. Snip, snip, she done for. She just fine, but I got me another beauty blender right here just in case I want to get into that. But I'm looking over like, Torrence, we about 15 minutes into this video. We don't technically have to make this a full 30-minute video because I still want to make sure I get out, put my sunscreen on, get dressed and ready to go, because although we got a shirt on, honey, I have no idea if I want to wear shorts and flip-flops or pants and jeans because it is raining. And although I'm technically only going from the car to the door, I don't know if I get caught in the rain and my feet get wet, I'm going to be so upset. But it is so hot outside, I do not want to get thoroughly dressed just to avoid a few seconds of rain. So I haven't decided what I'm going to put on yet. But before that, let's talk about what we took off. And what we took off was the little sneaky link we had, baby, because you all know. I lost my virginity. I know a lot of people find it hard to believe, but even though I'm 35, I finally lost my virginity this year. And that was what? I think May 21st. Everything started off good. Everything was going great, honey. It seemed like with time, things was getting better and better and better. And I think the two biggest issues that we had was, one, me agreeing to the fact that I wanted no strings attached. I'm like, I understand as an adult that doing adult things can bring emotions, but at the time, I was looking to have fun, looking for a little relief, and that was something I thought we both understood and we both wanted to do. But it seemed like with time, he was the one who had started to have a little more concern, a little more questions about personal things. Things like, I'm going to say, how can we put it, asking about certain feelings and stuff like that. And I'm like, honey, only feelings I got are physical. It's no point in lying. I'm not going to lead nobody on and tell them something that's not true because I don't want to play with nobody's emotions. I don't want nobody playing with mine. And it seems like he wanted to go straight from just kicking it to full-blown we together. And it's like, honey, we need to get to know each other a little more. One thing that I'm big on is, even if I'm in a relationship, I'm not a fan of moving in with someone that I'm not married to or at least engaged with. All of that, the only reason I see to move in with somebody before then is just to save on bills. And to me, I can move in with family if that's all I'm worried about doing. Somebody I trust, somebody I can be comfortable with. But I just personally feel as if it can be a very bad idea to move in with someone, because if things don't work out, usually things go very south very quickly with people who are just dating and decide to go their separate ways, especially if one side finds out the other side is cheating or doing something like that. I wanted to avoid all that. I need my space, you need yours. If we're going to try to be together, we need to do this and do this full blown. All of that, you trying to control what I dress, where I go, who I hang with, that's not going to work, sir. You don't have that authority. You don't have that kind of power over me. Even though I am fresh and young and new to the game, honey, and my phone going off in the background, I got to go pick that up. So it seems like I wanted to be submissive. He wanted somebody to be obedient, and that wasn't going to happen, honey. And so I noticed we slowly but surely started to go our separate ways, because it would go from seeing you 2-3 times a week to all of a sudden, I think as of yesterday, I have not seen him in 6 weeks, and I'm not mad about it though. I knew what I wanted. I got what I wanted out of it. I wanted to make sure I understood that, You can have adult fun times. You can have a good time and you don't have to worry about being injured or hurt physically. I got that. And now that we aren't together anymore, basically what I did was backpedal to an ex. I had an ex who everything basically, how can I put it? When we broke up on good terms. It was just, we realized it's just not gonna work for us right now. But everything was good with him. The conversation, the food, everything else we had done up until the very, like basically we had hit first, second, and third base, but not fourth base. About what, I think 2 weeks ago we did, and baby, makes me wonder why I ain't tried that, because I've been knowing him about 20 years, if not more than that, because I knew him before I graduated high school. So it was like, this what you was capable of all this time? And he said the same thing, like, this what you been holding out on? I'm like, hey. So me and my ex was having fun now, and that's just what it is. I'm an adult. I wasn't getting no freedom, no relaxation, no stress relief from makeup, from personal things, and I'm like, hey, it may not be the best decision, but it's the happiest one I've made in a while. I ain't mad about it. I'm debating on whether I want to bring him on the channel to do a video, because honestly, I think he would. I don't think he would mind or care about it, because we're not together, but we truly enjoy each other's time, company, and energy. And I think it would be a fun video, because many of my family friends have, you know, said they wanted to come on the channel and do a video. It's just that, how can I put it? I know it's going to cause and stir a lot of drama if I bring him on this channel, because there's a lot of people in real life that don't like the fact that we like each other and that we can be happy together. Put it like that. Doing it, we wouldn't care, but it would cause a lot of issues behind the scenes. And I'm sitting back like, Torrence, you just got to a point where things are stress-free, things is cool. So do you want to go ahead and do that already? And I'm like, no, I don't think so. But my phone done went off like 3 different times, so it got to either be somebody that's really close to me that would have my phone number, because I'm sitting here looking like I heard it go off, because my phone is connected to the speaker in the next room. So when the speaker went off, I heard that, and I'm looking down and seeing that person has called me several times. And because I know they are at the plant, at the job right now, they may have some tea going on what I might need to know before I get there. So I know this video was ranting. I was going back and forth all over the place, because like I said, honey, just woke up, headed out for physical therapy. I was going to record this video after therapy, but I know there is an extremely high chance that I will be extremely tired and won't be able to get this video done, which is why I'm like, Torrence, if you cut and chop and put everything together right here, you can go ahead and have this uploaded before you go to therapy. By the time you get home for therapy, it'll already be on YouTube in 4K ready for you to watch it and make sure you don't need to edit anything else. So I think that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. Remember, tomorrow on the 9th for Tuesday, I'm going to have my Juvia's Place Culture video up. For Thursday's video, Michaela Part 1. Saturday, Michaela Part 2. And hopefully I will be back to my normal schedules now since then. I also want to try, because as you all can see, I'm wearing my natural hair. I think my hair actually looks nice. It's just, to me, it's not an over-the-top, glam, feminine-like look. It was just, I couldn't afford to keep getting my hair done the way I wanted to, but I remembered, Torrence, you got a whole wig right here you bought 2 years ago. Most times when people wear wigs, they have braids underneath to keep the head flat and stuff. And I'm like, Torrence, why you at home and why you broke and ain't got nothing to do? Why not learn how to secure and lay this thing yourself? Because my main concern was I was worried about ripping or damaging it, but I'm like, by just sitting there, it's going to become money wasted. If you happen to accidentally tear it or rip it, do anything to it that causes damage, at least you can learn in the process. Because, auntie, if I ain't going to be able to afford to get my hair done in the braids that I want to, and I'm going to be wearing my natural braids, it's nothing for YouTube videos to go ahead and take and snatch and throw that wig on and have an extra glam look and still be comfortable enough to go ahead and throw the wig off and then go about my normal day. So it's like, I think that's what I'm about to start doing in my free time, is learning how to lay my lace. Because, honey, I got a wig. I think I'm going to get me one more cheap little synthetic wig to practice with just to make sure. But And I don't feel comfortable with my hair just being in basic small little braids every day, because I love whipping my long braids. Y'all already know it. Then we're going to have to start learning how to do this, because I'm like, I got flat irons. She got inches on it too. Look at all of that, baby. I could do some spiral curls. I could straighten it. I could do whatever. And I'm like, I know how to style a wig. I just don't know how to lay a wig. That's my problem. So, that's what's been going on, honey. Insurance company been giving me issues. Gave up my old boo for a new boo. Ain't had money to keep my hair done, so I've been just rocking my natural braids, no weave added. And just spending time with family and friends, because baby, that's all we got in this lifetime. So, I'm looking around to see, like, Torrence, is there anything else you forget before you cut off camera? Oh, my birthday is coming up. I almost forgot. If I look, as of right now, my subscriber count is, excuse me, it is at 912. My birthday is September 7th. And I was hoping to do my 1,000 subscriber giveaway, and I truly believe if I would have been up and uploaded videos, I'm sorry, I got something stuck to my finger that I'm just trying to wipe off right now. But I truly believe if I would have been up, going and doing uploads at my normal routine, I would have hit that 1,000 by now. But I really have those items up there that I wanted for that 1,000 giveaway that I really want to get up and out for you all. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to try to hurry up and get that giveaway going for my birthday if I don't have the 1,000 subscribers by then. I know I wanted to celebrate that 1,000 mark, but now I realize those who are already here are the people who have been loving and supporting me since day one. And why wait until we get a whole bunch of other new people here to try to do something nice? My family and friends don't worry about, oh, until you do this for me, I'm not going to do this for you. We just give, we support, and we love. And to see that even though I'm on a no-buy, I'm still receiving makeups from people and brands that I love, I want to be able to give back. So if for any reason we do hit that 1,000 subscribers before then, I will do that giveaway early. But if not, I'm going to make sure I post the information for that by my birthday on September 7th. So make sure you stay tuned for that. This camera is getting rather close to cutting out, so I want to make sure I go ahead and end this video here. Basically, I'm just trying to get back to getting calm, getting cool and collected, and doing my tutorials, because I have a whole lot of items and ideas that I want to bring to you all. Cleaning your collection, just like going through, just wiping things down. I have found so many items in my collection that I have never used that I want to try and that I need to hurry up and get out there, including a whole palette of multi-chromes that was in the back of a drawer. I think it's a palette of 8 Divina multi-chromes. You know I love those, but because they came out with 9 at the time and I missed the sale of that 9th one, do you all know I had a petty attitude, got upset and put it in the back of the drawer, and I'm just not finding it? I've used it before, but I was so upset that I couldn't get that 9th one that I didn't want to use any of them, and I'm like, yeah, we getting past that, Torrence. You got 8 of the 9. Get to using those 8. If not, give them to somebody else. So I've been blabbing long enough. I need to go ahead and get the sunscreen on because it still needs time to go on before I leave. So, with nothing else, I hope you all remember to practice, continue to stay blessed, and until next time, goodbye, YouTube.